All right. Hello, hello. It is time to start building habits. This is a bit of a project I've been working on for a while. Basically, long story short, it's, we're gonna play the game, but we're gonna follow a set of rules here. Um, you got see on the right here, you see have basic actions, which means just jump, dash, and grab. Not gonna be doing any tech. Um, Number two is have a plan for every room. So just know what the rooms are, know how to deal with them. And the rule number three is just know some useful information, such as routing, skipping cutscenes, confirming deaths. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I think I'm just going to do some runs with these rules and see what happens. Habits, baby. I am going to be playing on keyboard to just kind of nerf my execution a little bit. That's okay though. It also makes the input display a little nicer to read, I think. So I guess useful information number one, D-hops give a little bit of speed. I guess there was also a custom skip earlier that I didn't say, but that's okay. Alright. Nice and easy. Don't mind if I do. I think the city is pretty chill, not too much to say really. Maybe the only comment is that these traffic blocks, you can kind of ride them for a long time and still get the boost. We'll see in the second last room what that means. So for example, this traffic block, you can ride it all the way to the end to get as much distance as you need. That's probably what I see most beginners messing up the most often. Alright, coming up is the battling section. I think the major plans for these rooms are just try not to cross your own path. That's pretty much it. So for example here, we're gonna kind of go low here and then go high on the way out. Nice and easy. Oops. Nobody saw that. Little depth shortcut here. See how we didn't cross our path at all? We kind of went in that little, like, 8-figure kind of thing. So that's just like my plan, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the fastest thing you can do. There's definitely faster ways of doing that room, even with this, you know, movement restrictions. The whole goal is that I have a plan, that I have some idea of what I want to do. It really doesn't matter the details, at least as a beginner. All right. All right, resort's definitely gonna be one of the chapters. One of the more challenging ones for sure. Because of cycles, yay! Alright, transitions. You can use them to regain your dash. Woo! Next, we'll go under useful information. Just gonna wait for the dust bunnies to pass over. No rush. Alright, this room is probably a room. But just take it easy. No need to be a hero. I'm just having a good time. Hello, Wonder. It's indeed time for habits. I'm gonna do that. Finally, time to begin this experiment. Oh. Yeah, probably the only comment for huge mess is just know which way you want to go. So we're doing, we call it chest books towels, so that's gonna be bottom, oops, bottom, top, middle. probably one of the more challenging rooms as a beginner. I think the only comment I'll say is you probably want to go when the two dust bunnies at the end are on opposite sides. That's sort of when the gap is the biggest, pretty much. Hello. Coin room never hurt anybody, just take it easy. Useful information from the chapter 4 postcard. Jumping away from walls doesn't consume stamina. Can retry with keys? Useful information. Alright, everyone's favorite section, Oshiro. Surely this will just look fine. No problem. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Everything's just fine. Oh. Uh-oh. No problem. Our last room. Nothing can go wrong, right? Oops. Okay. Okay. Oshiro felt a little... I feel like I got a little lucky there. But sometimes you get lucky. There were definitely a couple close calls with Oshiro. But anyway, let's move on. Not gonna worry too much about it. Going well, Fate of Silver. Thank you for asking. Having a good time? Oh, I guess bubbles, I should say. You can dash. You can fast activate them by dashing. Oh, get me out. Oh. Good luck with your golden farewell. I'm just having a good time doing my level 1 habits. Ooh. All right, when's the last time you guys saw this? Woo! Hi, Crystal. Okay, this room, like, I feel like this room stumps so many people because you don't know that you can move faster than the block. At least on your casual playthrough. I was definitely stuck there for a while. Are we going to wait for the wind cycle? We're going to not fast bubble there so we can wait for the wind cycle again. And I think cliff face probably the most useful advice, besides what we're going to see with the snowballs, is that the horizontal dashes are able to cut through wind a lot better than diagonal dashes. We'll see that, I think, in the spring room and the room after that. Okay, that was lucky. So for example, this room, if you just horizontal dash next to every spring, no problem. Oh man. Oh. Uh-oh. Having a little bit of trouble in this room? Okay, I got lucky there. Okay, so seems like again, everything was kind of fine until the snowballs. I feel like I did have a little bit of trouble on the snowballs. Kind of similar to how Oshiro was. Like everything was fine about Resort until Oshiro. Everything was fine about Ridge until the snowballs. That's how I'm feeling about it. Oh, I did not know about the rewind feature. I mean, I guess you can kind of do it manually with clips, but also that's kind of annoying. Hey man, the Goldens are a struggle. If you're having a good time, then you're having a good time. Oh. Alright, 5A star, definitely where useful information comes, because you want to know where the heck you're going. We don't want to be getting lost getting berries. This is not the berry category we're playing 80%. And then this is the skip that's usually used to get the blue heart. We can do it for just beating the level normally without having to get the key. Yeah, just copy that. Don't mind if I do. Also confirm that death. That one's a big one. That's like the when a mom pulls out the Bishop of Nightmare or something at 700 elo. All right, Seekers! Yay! You can use Seekers to hit coins for us, just like that. So I think the #1 rule about Seekers is that they have the weak point on their head, so you can jump on them like that. So in general, I would say you want to stay above the Seeker if you can. You can't always, but if you can, you want to stay above the Seeker, because just you're more likely to not get owned if you're above the Seeker. Oops. Hello, Gas Salad. Thank you. Alright, and then we're gonna get the keys here. This is probably the best way that I could figure out. So take this first key, put it in the door first. Uh-oh. And then we go around here. We don't have to deal with that Seeker. But we do have to deal with this one, though. Gotta bring this boy all the way over here. All right. Oh. See how when the Seeker's below me, it's just super easy to deal with? Alright, Theo! Surely this will be fine. Everyone's favorite mechanic. Okay, no problem. Oh man. Oh. Go. Oh god. Ah. Oh. Help! No. Oh my god, okay. That was not a good plan, I think. Oh. Okay. Wait, I got super lucky again. I'm getting too lucky. I'm not supposed to be getting this lucky. Okay, that's okay. Sometimes you get lucky. That's true, yeah. If you get lucky, just don't worry about it. You won't know if that you got lucky until you find out, until you try the repetition. We're going a little bit off my script, but that's okay. Surely we'll we'll get there. No way, right? No way that we don't. As we're playing 6B, just kidding. Alright, Hollow's routing, probably just follow this route, I think. There's a few options that you can do, but it doesn't really matter too much. But I think the ones that I'll be doing are pretty widely agreed to be the best. Don't mind if I do. Okay, that's not feather in this room. That's a little bit out of control. You can sneak by here with a down diagonal dash. You can skip, or you can crouch under those hazards. You can stall feathers by letting go of all your directions if you need to like wait for the bumpers to separate. Sort of depends on how you get there. You may or may not need to do it. Alright, again, this room has a few different routing options. Probably just do what I do here. Take the first shortcut, don't take the second one. You can get a checkpoint here. Then there's a shortcut here you can take if you'd like, but I'm just gonna go around for now. Don't mind if I do. Alright, the battle and fight section. Let's just charge straight in. Okay, okay, wait, I need to... Ah. Oh, okay, that worked. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm starting to see a pattern. Uh-oh. That was not good. Let's get out the way here. Alright, that worked. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Wait for the gap. Oh no. Oh, okay, I got lucky, super lucky there. Oh shoot. Okay, wow. I got stuck in the feather and I couldn't move. Wait, oh, it's fine, it's fine. Oh my god, okay. No! Oh, what? Okay, let's get out of the way. Let's not try to repeat our last mistake. Okay, these guys are a little tricky to deal with for sure. Ooh. Okay. Definitely starting to notice a pattern here. Oops. Feels like some of these, when the hazards are not easy to predict, that's when they're the most troublesome, like that. Oops, okay, that was just on me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we got lucky. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. Oh no. Okay. Okay. We had some problems with battling. Kind of like the snowballs, kind of like a little bit like Oshiro as well, and the Seekers. Seems like there's a bit of a pattern here with these unpredictable hazards. I wonder what it could be. But anyway, let's not think too much about it. Let's just move on. Play the summit. Oops. I think I would agree with your statement. When you have those unpredictable hazards, it seems like small differences lead to big changes. I wonder how we can deal with that. That's a thought for another time. Let's just finish the run first. Play perfectly. I wonder if that's a good habit or not. Play perfectly. Yes. In the habits we are unfortunately not going to be looking for every perfect execution. What a shame. Oh, okay. I was a little lucky there as well. Yeah, I think Summit doesn't have too much to say. It's just kind of know where you're going. There's a lot of like side paths you can take to get berries. Oh, you can. Oh, by the way, you can dream grab by grabbing in the other direction as you leave a dream block. If things are moving too fast and you need to slow down a little bit. Again, definitely not the fastest thing to do in pretty much any situation in any percent, but if it helps you kind of sort of digest the situation, it could be helpful. So for example, in this room, I could definitely see it being useful. If you need to just like take a moment and see what's happening. You can go under here. See, when the hazards are in a like a predictable behavior, you can it's much easier to figure something out. It's when they're unpredictable is when it's hard. Like, I can stare at this guy and like figure out the rhythm there and then know when to go, right? Right, secret berry path here. You can abuse the transitions to get your dash back and kind of just dash your way up. Also gets you a berry. Very nice. Uh-oh, snowballs. Okay, that snowball threw me off my game. That's my John. Bro. No! Okay. We're starting to see again that these dynamic or these like strange hazards are, or not strange, but like just difficult to deal with hazards. We need a better plan, I think. But that's one. We'll make a mental note of that and then figure something out later. But we need to improve our plan, and right, that's something that's gonna happen. Like you have a plan, maybe you might not even have a plan, but at some point you might realize that your plan is not working the way you want it to. Then you can change your plan. Right? That's part of the process. You can look at your plan and try to evaluate what's the deal, what's going on here. Wait, what am I doing? You try with a key. Oh shoot, okay, that was on me. Almost there, home stretch. That's the flag 8. Alright, fun little fact, you can actually skip flag 5. You get the checkpoint anyway. All right. GG. So what was the most difficult part? What do we think? I'm thinking rock bottom. In the battle and fight, we were getting owned a little bit there. We did have 10 deaths in that chapter 6 section. Makes you wonder, how do we do this? Yeah, this is the power of habits. I mean, just have a game plan and be good at just the basic actions. Now, I say that, but there was definitely some improvement in terms of, I definitely felt like we were a little lost in chapter 6. There were some of the parts of the battle and fight where, and even in Summit, the snowball room, where we were getting owned a little bit. And I felt like I got super lucky in 5A and with the Seekers, and even in 3A with the Shiro. So maybe the one plan I would change is that when when we're dealing with these moving hazards, probably the best thing to do is just get the hell out of the way. When you know the moving hazards, when you know those like weird gimmicky hazards are coming in at you and you're not exactly sure when they're coming, but you have an idea. We call this the red dot, actually. Just get the hell out of the way. Here, let me go to my other file. So probably the plan I would change. So for example, in reflection, right? So this is where we were struggling. So like when you know these fireballs are coming at you, just get out of the way, right? And like this depends a lot on what your plan is. If you're able to have a plan that can consistently beat the fireballs, then go ahead. But like if you find that your plan is like often running into the fireballs and you're not beating these fireballs, just get the hell out of the way, right? So let's see here. Like here, for example, there's a laser coming. Just get out of the way. Make sure you're out of the way. Don't think too much about it. And here, this room as well. We got owned in this room, right? When the fireballs are coming, just find a path. No need to rush. Just stay calm. Get out of the way. Oh, okay, that. You see, I didn't follow my own plan. That's what happens. Get out of the way. All right. Oh, that was a line. Oh, this room. We got owned in this room, right? I got super greedy. Which is here. Just take a moment. Get out the way. I'm not saying you can or can't beat that laser cycle. Depends on whatever you're able to do, right? But if you find that it's hard to beat that laser cycle, just get out of the way, just like that. Why is it called the red dot? Ah, yes, I need to do some history, a history lesson, right? So, actually, this is a term from the chess habits. I actually have the clip. But basically, it comes from the queen pinning the king on the castled king on the G file. And usually what happens, there's a bishop coming. So the idea is basically like you feel like there's a sniper that's aiming at your head. And you don't know what's going on, you just need to get the hell out of the way. Right, just like you don't know what their intentions are, you don't know like when exactly they're gonna fire, just and like maybe there's too many things that are going on that you sort of can't really process at once. So the idea of the red dot is when you have that pressure, there's like an imminent hazard, you don't know exactly when it's gonna fire, but you know it's coming soon, just get out of the way. Right, no. All right. So we can definitely apply that with Battlein, and I think I would even go as far as to apply that to the other hazards as well. That we, you know, sort of it's general like the red dot, right? When that pressure is on you and like this uncertain hazard is about to strike. Exactly, yes. When the Oshiro's, he's literally aiming the sniper with that lightning bolt at you, and you're just like, oh man, I need to get out of the way. That's a great way of putting it. Ooh, this needs to... Okay, I will probably... Honestly, I think level 1 should be pretty, like, maxed out pretty early, I feel like. But I'll probably do another level 1 run at another day. But with the new habits, sorry, not the new habit, the new plan of the red dot. And we'll see where that takes us. But yeah, this is in all seriousness, this is a this is a pretty fun project that I'm just working on. Seeing what I really don't know how this is gonna end up. Kind of just sending some runs. I have a bit of a script that I'm kind of following, but also not really. But yeah. First run, I got a 45 something. Habits level 1, baby. Now I'm not saying if you're following habits, if you're trying to copy what I do, which you're welcome to try. I'm not saying you should get a 45 with level 1 habits. Absolutely not. I think if you can get a 45 with level 1 habits, you should have moved on a long time ago to some higher level stuff that we'll talk about later in the future. Because I'm definitely like secretly doing some higher level stuff that I'm not saying, but there are things under the surface that I'm doing that are not obvious. But the point is that like there's, a lot more of the game to be played. You don't need to get caught up on little details when you're just starting. Just feel comfortable moving Madeline. Like having a plan. What is it you want to do? How do you want to express your actions? What's go from point A to point B? and it'll get you pretty far, I think, especially if you're a beginner. You don't really know what exactly that's going on, but just play the game. That's all. That's the most important thing. Play the game, learn what the game is about, and that's level 1 habits. All right.